I got a track name now. I was very.
Commissioners, we're going to start up again, and we're going to do public meeting item number 1. And that's an application for a certificate of appropriateness in the Borough of Manhattan, docket number 14-5719, block 1408, lot 5, 105 East 73rd Street in the Upper East Side Historic District. A row house designed by Tom and Wilson and built in 1881 to 82 and altered in the Neo-Georgian style by Grosvenor Atterbury in 1903. The application is to replace windows, construct rooftop and side additions, and alter the rear facade. Zoned R8B.
Commissioners, good afternoon. Jared Nelson, Conservation Staff. This application first came forward in May 20th of this year. There was a quorum present, but those who saw this recommended didn't have issues with it. So I'm just going to run.
Yes, sure.
We'll go from there. So it has, it is 105 East 73rd Street. This location is for an extension at the lot line and a rooftop bulkhead. So there's minimal visibility through this break in the building here and here on 73rd Street. So, context photos. This would be the visibility issue. I'm going to get to the mock-up. Okay, so it's a CPH Gilbert building. We're looking at this one. This is a historic photograph. You may remember that they were twin buildings at one point. Later in the history of the building, the multi-pane double hung windows were removed from this floor, and these leaded glass windows were installed. They're in poor condition. The proposal is to take those out and install windows as shown in the historic tax photograph. So that's the first portion. As I get through this, they agreed to use 2 panes of the glass on the side elevation in their extension, which is what the commissioners asked for.
Yes.
So these are just context photos of that side elevation. This is the rear elevation. These are also leaded glass windows. This will be modified to a larger opening. Fire escape will be removed. Montage of the mock-up. And in green is representing the infill at that lot line between the apartment building and the building is shown there. So here's the proposed front and rear elevations with these new multi-pane windows, and the extensions shown in gray is the infill. And the proposed condition, those the leaded glass salvaged from the primary elevation will be used here.
If we wanted, this is of course not one that we heard this morning, but it is one in a comparable situation where we heard on May 20th. And I believe
Was it a quorum
we had
problem?
yes, it was a quorum problem. We had 5. Consensus of approval for all the reasons Jared stated. And I think I would certainly want to go ahead with that. Let's I guess we can read it if we need to. We've already stated the reasons, but if you want to add anything, please do.
I don't want to because I'm fearing that I might contradict myself.
Yeah.
But I liked it before.
Okay.
And I still
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay.
Fine.
Everyone in accord? Okay, so we didn't open the hearing. I'll do the certificate of appropriateness, 105 East 73rd, Upper East Side Historic District. Recommend approval of this application, finding that the existing leaded glass windows are part of a later alteration and are not in keeping with the historic Neo-Georgian style of the building, which otherwise is mostly intact. That portions of the intact leaded glass windows from the primary facade will be retained and incorporated into the design of the side elevation in their original configuration, resulting in the retention of historic fabric. That the proposed windows for the front facade will be consistent with the age and style of the building. That the proposed rooftop addition will not be visible over the primary facade when viewed directly across East 75th. That the bulkhead and side elevation will only be obliquely visible from a narrow view corridor on East 75th Street through an adjacent service alley. That the scale of the proposed additions will not overwhelm the building or the adjacent building. That constructing the additions in brick of the same color, texture, and bond pattern will cause the additions to blend with the existing western side wall. That the wood and glass multi level window assemblies at the side and rear elevations will be minimally visible through the service alley, but that the proportions, material, and window configuration will relate to the primary facade composition, and that the proposed enlarged window openings and rear facade design will maintain the existing solid to void ratio and character of this visible secondary facade. And while a leaded glass window will be removed, this work will not overall diminish the special character of this secondary facade.
Second.
All in favor? Aye, opposed? It's approved. Thank you. Thanks for indulging